Hello and welcome to a new Amulet video. So, I recorded an Amulet video a couple of weeks ago, but Amulet keeps winning and I really want to learn the deck inside and out, so another one. I hope you people like it, and yeah, this is House of Mana MTG decklist that won this weekend, and well, he has a cyborg guide available for purchase for like 20 ticks or something, so go buy that if you want. Let me get everything on the screen because I didn't do it before. So what's special about this deck list is, well, 61 cards in the main deck, which everything in my body tells me that's wrong. Here we are. Amulet gamers have done that time and time again. The main idea, as I understand it, is that you have too many lands you want to play, there's no way to fit all of them, so that extra card in your main deck helps. We have the new Spelunking, and we have the new tech that is Defense Read in the sideboard. Also Dragonlord Dromoka, which people I think don't really love. Also this art is heinous. But yeah, normal Amulet, just a couple of tweaks here and there. We're going to try to play it as best as possible, try to learn as much as possible. I will be using House of Mana MTG Cyborg Guide. Yeah, go purchase that because it's really good value for the money. You can pay with ticks, like that's the best value ever. And yeah, let's see how this... Let's try and do better than last time, right? Well, look who it is. Alberto SD, alias El Gitano, alias Black Green Scam Master. We're going to keep this medium hand. We need a payoff, but like we're facing Black Green Scam, and it's hard to justify mulliganing versus that deck. We didn't get Grief Scam first turn, so that's awesome. Now we should have like enough time to rebuild. Even like if this is like a turn 2 Doughty, we are fine. We are going to go probably turn 2 Tarmogoyf. That's not scary. Since we have a lot of lands, we have Valakut and we really want to go get that Valakut going. So what we're going to do is use Crumbling Vestige, which is kind of a bounce land. When you have one amulet, it's like a bounce land, right? It's 2 mana and that's it. But when you have more amulets, it doesn't have the extra mana thing. But basically what it allows you to do is what we are doing here. We are ramping with our Dryad without losing land drops, right? So usually the problem you will have is, yeah, I have the mana because like you have 2 lands for 3 mana, right? That's what the bounce land and do. They are awesome, but you will be missing the key element that is actual lands in play, which you need that for Valakut. So here comes Thoughtseize, it misses, which is wonderful. And if our Dryad survives, we will have a lot of mana next turn. But as I was saying, it's like we are going to play. Wow, this is Endurance Scammed, I guess. Which I don't really know. This is just okay. This is growing an endurance to get Fatal Push going and a bigger Tarmogoyf. Now that Tarmogoyf is like very big. So this is 3-5 mana. We are not quite there for the summon spot. We are going to wait a turn. Just play the Gruul Turf. We are going to win this turn on 3 had we not had our Dryad killed. Okay, so next turn we have the 6 mana with the Simic Road Chamber, and that should be enough to win, even though we have the Boros Garrison and the Bojuka in hand, so we are not really going to be able... I don't love this. We are not going to be able to haste our Titan. That's not right. What do we want to do in this situation then? Pretty sure Pacting for Titan is good, because waiting another turn, try and get a Colossus, I don't think that's great. So let's just Summer Spot, play a Titan. Yes, I would like to play this and pay next turn. Get our prime time here. Right, yeah, we don't have enough land drops to justify anything else. Like there's a wall where you can say like, hey, I want to get a Dryad and kill your board, right? Like with more lands in play or whatever. Let me untap this. I will get the Crumbling Vestige back to hand, I think. It's going to be tough because we cannot really haste the Titan. Yes. I would like to get... What do I want to get? I could get Sagas. The problem with Sagas is that they don't really block Douthie. And that's not terrible, I guess. Next turn we already have the 4 mana here. We play Titan with that. Yeah, actually a couple of Sagas sound decent. We could get Road Chamber and Tolaria West to set up for another thing next turn. But I don't think that's necessary. I'm going to get double Saga here. Just create a gigantic board next turn. Usually in this situation you will go like haste, attack, get extra lands, but we don't have that, so yeah, like this. Good thing is like it's not easy to kill the Titan, but also if they kill it we are not dead on board. But what will happen is if Titan gets killed here, we will lose. Okay, I'm blocking. I don't know what this could be. This could be like a reanimation effect. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine with me. That's completely fine. Orcus or Masters kill our Titan. Wow. Okay. Still, I think we're fine. We're in a fine spot. Basically because of the Sagas, of course. This is not Field of the Dead level, but this is not bad. Okay. That was a great draw. We're going to play Crumbling Vestige. It's the same, we don't have green mana up. We play Vestige, that's 3 mana. Then we play Besuba, copy Valakut, and start shooting stuff. I think that should be more than enough to win this game. That was a great draw. Had we left, we couldn't left green mana up, right? Because we needed green to play for the Pact. But this should be very fine. Now I Besuba, copy Valakut, shoot Douthie, shoot Bowmasters, untap, and then get a Saga blocker for the Tarmogoyf. Yes, I would like to use that, and yes, I would like to use that. Now our opponent only has 1 card in hand from the draw. So Alberto has really been mastering this deck, trophying top 4 the challenge the other day. But I think this matchup should be fine for us. They don't have Saga, so Saga was, I would say, Saga was fundamental. Blood Moon is fundamental in beating Amulet from the scam side, and they don't have it, so this is awesome for us. Here we have a ton of mana. We are just going to do we are going to float mana here. Blue, get a expedition map, get an Amulet of Vigor. Now we have 1,000,000 mana. We do this and this. Yeah, and we'll search for Tolaria West. Tolaria for a Summoner's Path, and just win from here. Summoner's Path, so this is 4 mana. We play Boros Garrison. We have 1,000,000 mana here. Hit your face, untap, go like green, untap, red, untap. Okay, so we are going to Summoner's Path either for Colossus or for Titan, whatever you prefer. The thing is, we get a bunch of lands into play, shoot everything face. Okay, easy. So, now let's check. How are we going to cyber? Okay, so I'm here looking at this from house, and it says take out one Azusa, one Colossus, which I'm pretty sure I have heard, never taking out Colossus. Oh, this is a version with Pact or negation in, doesn't really matter. Take out one Gardens, that would make sense, I guess. And take out a couple of Urza Saga. I don't think we want to take out Urza Saga versus this version that is black-green. Pretty sure we just want, like... so this is a different version from regular Scam. Radiant Fountain sounds okay. We don't have these members now in the sideboard. I don't know if Endurance is supposed to come in. Spelunking seems reasonable. No Generous Ent since they don't have Blood Moon. No Force of Vigor for the same reason. I think this version is a lot heavier on 2 drops, so Explosive seems fine. Something like this. This sounds fine to me. Maybe taking out Colossus, not so great. Oh, they probably have Necromancia, so we need the Colossus. Yeah. In that case, they don't have Ragavan either, so well, we don't really need that many Arboreal Grazers. Yeah. So like the red part is really annoying from regular Scam, and this is black-green. So yeah, they do have Force of Vigor, or can have Force of Vigor. That one is extremely annoying. And also it's really hard to play around Force of Vigor. Right? 0 mana, instant speed, blow out your Saga, blow out your Amulet, what have you. Okay. You can grief me. Oh, Fulminator Mage. Okay, Fulminator Mage is very annoying. The good thing is, like, we do not have this member, which will be needed to kill that grief. So we are in a bit of a rush here, but we just want to go, like, play our land drops and get our stuff going and find some ramp. But grief is very fast. That's problematic. But yeah, this could happen. So the card advantage engine of the lands is going on, but that grief is just too fast. I don't think we are going to be able to beat that. We could have beaten like a normal start, right? Like this card into Tarmogoyf, something like that. If this is another Fulminator Mage, that would be annoying. Tarmogoyf is annoying too. Maybe a reason to bring in Bojuka Bog, since it's like a very good answer to Tarmogoyf. Do I want to expose the Amulet? I don't think I do. Right? So what we want to do, I could play Amulet, play Selesnya Sanctuary, summon spot for Azusa, and then replay stuff. Next turn we will have like 2 lands, 3 lands. Yeah, that may be it. We're dying otherwise, so yeah, I think we kind of have to do that. So let's do like this, play this, play the Crumbling Vestige. It's very annoying having the stuff with triggers. Oh, black mana, awesome. So yeah, I think Azusa is the way to go here. We can also play Azusa, so we play Valakut first and then play our extra land drop and die to a Fulminator Mage. Oh, Valakut enters tapped, so Amulet of Vigor will trigger. So the problem, what you want to do here is play a land that doesn't trigger. Okay, that's fine. We can totally manage that one. You want to play a land that does not trigger your that does not trigger in general, so that they do not have priority between your land drops, right? Because land drop is not they cannot respond to a land drop unless you have a trigger. So Valakut entering tapped, they can respond to that with a removal spell on Azusa. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we are so dead. Without Amulet, here we are dead. Without Azusa, we are dead. We are dead in every conceivable way, I think. I don't think we have any outs. But not playing Azusa there. Like, we couldn't get out of that situation without Azusa. Yeah, okay. We got scammed. This is the kind of situation you really need a removal for it. I'm going to bring the Bojuka Bog because making the Tarmogoyf smaller seems very important to me. Taking out another Grazer, like Grazer does nothing in this matchup. So like Grazer is awesome against Ragavan, but that's about it. Yeah. Okay. Let's like the same hand on the play would probably do the trick. Wow. Okay. So Saga is way better here because they do not play moon effects. So yeah. Saga itself is not enough to get you to a Titan without any other ramp, without any other ramp, which sucks of course, but we'll try to get there. Spelunking kind of works actually. So should I start explaining how Spelunking works? Spelunking plus is this Force of Vigor for our Saga? Yeah, maybe I should have taken out some number of Sagas because they suck versus Force of Vigor. I'm regretting stuff now. I don't know how heavy is Alberto on Force of Vigor, like he's at least playing 2, we saw 2. Probably should play 4 because, well, we saw game 1 that he doesn't really have ways to interact. Yeah, so I'm not going to play the second Saga because this tells me he may also be like in the toilet, whatever, you know, but playing the second Saga is just exposing ourselves way too much to an Amulet of Vigor. So Spelunking an Amulet, Spelunking is fine with 1 Amulet, it's not fine with 2 Amulets because, well, it doesn't work. But when you have 1 Amulet, you can choose either. Like, yeah, if the land has the text come into play tap, you can choose whether you want it to come into play tap or if you want to come in and tap with the Spelunking. So if you have 2 amulets, you just ignore the Spelunking. You say, hey, Spelunking doesn't work, I untap my stuff. You have just the 1, it doesn't really matter to untap or not to untap. So yeah. Okay, so here let's play just a random forest and go forward. If the Saga dies, it dies. We are Ivan Drago here. So should I have taken out all of the Sagas because of Force of Vigor considerations? Like usually I'm fine taking them out because of Blood Moon, but I don't know if Force of Vigor is the same deal. We don't have a bounce land, right? Oh, sorry, we do have a bounce land, totally do. Okay, let me get an amulet here. Or not. What if we get our land destroyed? Okay. Could play Road Chamber. I don't really want to like summon a spot for anything. So, and I don't want to play into Force of Vigor. So maybe like I could play another Saga and overload the Force of Vigor. So like if I play Valakut and tap, play Spelunking, play Saga, yeah, that should work. And he has to choose what to kill in this situation. So Spelunking literally ramps you, like it's +1 land. So it's an Explorer effect, right? Now, like he can kill both, but then we get the Saga going, yeah. That's fine. We get our Saga going here. And we are more or less like in the same situation. We have lost a land drop, but this is turn 3, we have 3 mana. It's not great because you want to be ramping up, but this is going to be a solid Titan. Oh, if this is Fulminator Mage, we are in trouble. Okay, Tarmogoyf we can manage. Also, we are not so far away from Valakut being active. Here, do they have another one? Another Force of Vigor would be a problem because that makes me not want to use Dryad. I'm going to play Dryad because it will ramp us regardless to another Titan. If I were a coward, what I could do, which is actually maybe I would play to play around Force of Vigor, is play Sanctuary, bounce the Saga back to my hand, then play Dryad, then play like Otawara or something. So we are not that exposed to Force of Vigor, and we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana next turn for Titan. That sounds good to me actually. Yeah, let's do that. Try to play around. No! Okay, I didn't do what I said I was going to do, but okay, this not instantly dying to Force of Vigor tells me I should not play around it. Maybe? Does he not have it? The first Force of Vigor was with pulls. Okay, the fact that Alberto didn't answer our play directly with Force of Vigor, well, he doesn't have it, but I think it was worth playing around Force of Vigor there, and we didn't because I'm a moron. So one thing, Dauthi doesn't really combo with Tarmogoyf, right? Like this Tarmogoyf should be gigantic because we have like enchantment and artifact, and well, they are in exile. What is this? Another Dauthi. Okay, and that's not that scary. Without another Force of Vigor, we are fine. I'm not blocking here. I'm blocking here, right? Why wouldn't I block? Because taking 5 doesn't change anything? Yeah, that's a good reason to not block, I guess. That's a solid reason to not block. But if I block, I'm not sure how I could be punished by blocking, but I don't want to risk it for just a 2-3 Tarmogoyf. So yeah, if we get Force of Vigor in our upkeep, that would totally suck. Okay, this is Bowmasters. This is Assassin's Trophy on Selesnya Sanctuary, which is totally fine because we are going to have the mana regardless, especially with Saga going off. Yeah. We're going to have a bunch of mana, so probably going for Colossus in this situation with 4 lands in hand. Right, this is a ton of mana. Especially because I can do this. Yeah, I'm going for Colossus in this situation. Colossus should more than win the game. Also, like, Colossus... Titan is probably a kill too, right? Yeah, but Colossus... I just really like Colossus. Oh, did I take out my Colossus? No, I didn't, right? I kept it in. Yeah. Yeah, so we're fine. I should have Pact before that to figure it out. I guess I could do right now. Check if we have the Colossus. Yeah, there it is. Cultivator Colossus. And this should be the win. With 4 lands, I don't think it's mathematically possible to fail. Also, because one of those lands is already Valakut. So that should be more than enough. Put this into play. Put this into play. Put this into play. Yeah. Put that into play. Put that into play. Yeah. Yeah. Easy. Okay. Let's go to the next one. On the play. Wow. So nice. This hand does nothing, right? We have a ramp spell. This would be like a... This would be a turn 4 Titan if we draw it. I think we can do much better than this. This is a million amulets, and we have the Tolaria West for the Titan, so we just need a blue land. Opponent mulligan to 6/2. I'm going to put Sanctuary on the bottom. Anytime now. Why is my computer lagging so much? Okay, Saga, Amulet, go. Oh my god, is this the same matchup again, or is this Jaumoth? This seems to be Jaumoth. This matchup I'm really interested in, because okay, we have the Titan. Yeah, we're going to do great stuff. So Jaumoth basically seems like the deck to beat right now in the format. Both Jaumoth and Amulet seem to be like the top tier decks, and I'm really interested in how they match up against each other. So let's find out, shall we? Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth. Is this Wall of Roots? We can beat Wall of Roots. So with 2 amulets, you can do a lot of stuff, usually. With 2 amulets and a Dryad, you can most definitely do a lot of stuff. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. Yes, we'll get my forest. Okay. So now we're going to go like Boseiju, Dryad, Tolaria. I guess. That sucks. I mean, we are on course for a turn 4 Titan with Dryad on play. That's fine. That should be fine enough. Should be able to win with that. Let's see what they do. But even if they play a Jaumoth here, that's not very scary. Greased is whatever. They cannot really interact with our hand. Red Arbor is fine. Okay, this seems like a Jaumoth, but that's not good enough, I don't think. Like, they don't have enough stuff to kill our Dryad, and even without it, we have the mana for the Titan. So I think we should be fine. Crumbling Vestige, that's nice. What is this? Another? Okay, another Boseiju, who endures. We're still fine, because we drew Crumbling Vestige, which is pretty awesome. So let's play Titan and get Valakut and go to town. I think I'm just getting 2 Valakuts here. Valakut 1 and 2. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's exactly lethal, we don't need more. There are 18, so always yes, always. This is the other one. Always yes. Yeah. Always yes. Okay, like this. Yeah, easy turn 4 kill. Dryad of the Ilysian Grove, what a card. That was a very fast and easy turn 4 kill through double Boseiju. Like 2 Boseijus is a lot of Boseijus. Without the Boseiju we will have gone like turn 3 kill, probably. Okay, let me see. How are we supposed to cyber against this deck? So even though this is the last... Okay, here we have the Cursed Totems coming. So this is the classic Excel, you know, and it's really hard. So let me pause it. Pause this. Okay, so this is what we want, but with bringing in two dismembers that we don't have. So Urza Saga just seems like a total liability versus Boseiju, Force of Vigor, and so on and so on. Endurance is whatever, it kind of stops their combo, so I wouldn't mind bringing in one Endurance, I guess. And the other one, I'm just leaving a Grazer, I think. Yeah, so it's 5 for 5. And we have 61 cards, awesome. Okay, we are playing the One Ring, did you know that? This hand kind of sucks, right? Like we only have turn 3 accelerators, just so slow. This hand is the same as before, but we're already on a mulligan, we could go to 5. I'm going to keep this. I got one Sanctuary. I do think this is priming us for a turn 4 Titan. Oh, Azusa? Lost but seeking, that's great. Azusa is great. With Azusa, so Azusa plus an Amulet, and that's 3 land drops, 6 mana with a bounce land. So Azusa is very nice at just bouncing you. Now I'm totally regretting having this Selesnya Sanctuary in my hand. It's very good with Spelunking. So I'm just going to play Otawara here. We'll see what to do next turn. What I'm regretting, sorry, is not having the second Selesnya Sanctuary. But also, they play a lot of Fulminator mages now. So having early... Oh, Necromancia for my Titan. Okay. Having early bounce lands in play is not so great. Because, well, fool me. Okay, so we're going to go Azusa, play a couple extra lands, and see where we go from there. So they are not really advancing their plan here. They are going slowly, just disrupting ours, which is fine, but not as great. Let's play Azusa. Just going to play the Sanctuary, and they don't have much removal. I just want my lands in play right now. Let's play this, let's play that. And we have the Endurance for a combo stop. Okay. Can I play the Boseiju? Did I miss an extra land drop here? I don't think so. Nope, that's what I imagine. Okay, we are not in the greatest spot, but yeah. What does this do? TV, draw a card, then explore. So it's not explore, it's like growth spiral, right? You put a cave, you gain 4 life, whatever, and lands you control enter the battlefield untapped. Okay. What is this? This is a lot of mana. This is a Call of Calling, I guess. Call of Calling for 2. Okay, what are we getting for 2 mana? Apatra. Geist. We could get Geist, I guess. Apatra. Okay. We're going to have to leave Endurance up. Boseiju doesn't really do anything. Okay, let me play the first Spelunking cycle. So this is one of the things Spelunking and Explore do, right? Like they cycle at least. I don't want to play the second one because I want to leave Endurance up to stop the combo. So yeah, we'll do that. We just need a payoff, but that payoff is not a Titan anymore, so it can be a ring. With a 20 life, a ring would be awesome. We could get a Pact for Colossus, or we could get Valakut. Valakut would be very nice. The Mycosynth Gardens. I think we're getting to a point where I may want to keep lands in my hand, because if we find the Valakut or the Colossus, we really want those lands. Okay, the Boros Garrison is perfect. In that case, yes, I will play the Mycosynth Gardens. And yeah, pass the turn here. There's no need to do anything. They're probably setting up another Call of Calling for Jaumoth. We need a payoff at some point. Okay, there's the Jaumoth. So they have their stuff assembled. We need ours. As mentioned, that like the ring is fine. Colossus is the best one, of course. But just a Valakut would work. Yeah, killing Azusa makes sense to me. Grist. Agatha's Soul Cauldron. Okay, that's fine. We do have the endurance, so we will respond to that. This means they can combo, I guess, but I don't want them to have like basically unlimited mana with the Soul Cauldron and endurance. Yeah, kill that. Apatra and Jaumoth is awesome. Basically, you play a life and you kill something. Because Apatra says, whenever you put a -1/-1 token on a creature, create a 1/1 green snake token with death touch, so you just keep going and going and going. And that's extremely annoying. It never ends. This matchup seems much harder when you don't have removal, because well, like they just play a Jaumoth and you cannot really do anything about that. Like if we had Dismember, at least we could draw a Dismember, kill that Jaumoth and keep going. They do have 8 cards in hand, that's also a problem. A Valakut would do. Valakut kill Hapatra, that would be enough. Like we play Dryad, we play Valakut, we kill Hapatra, but they have a lot of cards in hand. They keep drawing and drawing, okay. Even Colossus, like Colossus right now would be a great draw. It's not like Colossus with Spelunking, just mean like your lands run tap, and you can tap them for mana and then do stuff. Okay, Eldritch Evolution. For Blood Artist. Okay. And attacking for 4. Can I get something good? Just as I mentioned, just a Valakut. Valakut would do. Okay, they are making a bunch of tokens here. I don't think they are doing anything else this turn. Yeah. No mana, no anything. They discarded 3 lands. Okay, alright. Is this like a Force of Vigor on my Spelunkings? I don't really care about that. Endurance is whatever. I could play Boros Garrison, get Otawara back to my hand. That would work. Yeah, I think I like that. I like that play. Yes, I wanted to enter and tap. I want to get Otawara back. So now we can use Otawara to delay stuff. We can use the Boseiju. No, we cannot do both. We'll have to choose if we want to Boseiju or we want to Otawara. For now, the Agatha's Soul Cauldron, that's nothing, basically. I'm going to bounce the Jaumoth here. That sounds Ah, we have the Selesnya Sanctuary. We have more than enough mana. I miscounted. Yeah, we have enough mana. Maybe they didn't realize the Mycosynth Gardens adds blue mana. So this is a Simmering Grotto, which is pretty cool. Now we basically tank walk them, even because they play the Dryad Arbor rather than any other land. We could Boseiju, but if we draw Valakut, I will want to have the extra land in hand, and we have so much mana. Okay, now we're talking. The One Ring is wonderful. Wonderful draw. Let me see. They could have like Call of Calling for Higher Might, something like that. So be it. Huh? What are we doing here? Are we Boseiju in something? Boseiju in the Mycosynth Gardens, so I cannot copy? No, we are Valakutin for... we are calling for 2. This sounds like a Bowmaster to me. Higher Might, okay. I could kill that. No, I don't think I want to. I just want the protection here. Let me read this card. Okay. Now we just wait until they try to kill the ring. If they don't, we'll wait. So I think we are dead, because they have Jawmoth and the Blood Artist and so on, but who knows? Who knows? The reason to not Boseiju the Higher Might is they could Agatha Soul Candron it back and basically have every creature be a Higher Might. I don't think that's an answer. Also, Blood Artist targets, and we have the Ring Protection, but they can basically do it in our upkeep. So that's annoying too. How are we winning this game? I don't know we are winning this game. Yeah, Jawmoth. Getting like they Necromancia us, but then they also like played totally on curve, more or less, and that was so annoying. Okay, I will draw in response to that. And I will Boseiju the Soul Cauldron when they go to activate on Higher Might. Okay, we got the summons, but it's not enough. Like, Colossus here is not going to be enough. Because we don't have enough lands in hand for Colossus to do its thing. Okay, let's F6 here. I don't think they can kill us with the Jawmoth and Blood Artist. They don't have enough material for that to happen. Like, they can sack a snake to put a counter on the Wall of Roots and go with Hapatra, but I think they need at least one Undying creature for that to really work. But who knows, like, we may be very well be dead. It's another Agatha Soul Cauldron, okay. That's fine. That's like completely fine. Okay, we may be dead here. Like in our upkeep we may be dead, but let's see. I'm not going to concede. Remember we have the Ring Protection. Yeah, they may have enough stuff to kill us. Okay, Sanctuary. So how much mana do we have? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Could play Dryad, get another thing to my hand. Dryad is 3, we'll go down to 5 mana floating. with Selesnya Sanctuary. We have enough, right? Yeah. So I want the Dryad in play, just in case we hit Valakut, but they can kill it with Yawmoth, so does it really matter? I don't think it does. Let me play this. Yes, it enters on tap. I'm going just to float all of our mana and see how we are going to do here. Let me get, yes, a Sanctuary back to hand. Let's play this. And they can kill it. They can kill everything we have. So, with the Yawmoth. We're at 16, doesn't want. But yeah. Summoner's Path. We are going to need to draw like super good from our Colossus, which I don't love. That is literally our only out. So yeah. They should kill the Dryad now in response. Like, we could have kept Dryad in hand, but I don't think that works for us. I think we are dead, right? Like, they just go infinite with Hapatra and Yawmoth and kill everything we play. So yeah, I don't think we can win. I think that the only way we could win is like if they messed up and let us have all of our triggers and so on. Because with Blood Artist, just doesn't really matter what we do. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm pretty sure we are dead, but who knows? Yep. Yeah, basically you can see it, right? Like, since they make tokens for each activation, they drain us for 1 life. And so basically if we have creatures, we die. If we don't have creatures, we cannot win. So we are dead. This resolves. They should not kill it in response actually to the trigger. Sure. They should totally let this happen so it gets bigger. And they can like have all the triggers they want and kill us from there. I'm going to concede, this makes no sense to keep playing. But I think our opponents should have let us draw. Also, like, we're going to play 1 land and then be done. Okay. Yeah, so that sucks. But I don't think we can do anything. Necromancer is very good against us. There were like a couple of turns. If we had drawn that Colossus earlier, it would have been fine. This hand is fine, not incredible, but it's very fine. Like, it's hard to justify mulliganing hands with Amulet, I guess. Also, this one doesn't make us expose the Sanctuary to a Fulminator Mage. Looming Mars. Like, here I could go for Azusa and play a bunch of lands. But if they kill our Amulet, that's not so great. But I don't know how the math works out. So like I go Crumbling Vestige. Untap, 3 mana. Play Azusa. Play Forest. Play Boros Garrison, get Crumbling Vestige back to hand. Next turn we have Forest, Boros Garrison, pay for Pact. And we have Azusa. But they go, hey, kill your Amulet of Vigor. So turn 3 we pay for Pact. And then we go like Crumbling Vestige, Selesnya Sanctuary, set up for... yeah, okay, that works, I guess. So even... I think even if we lose... So yeah, I think this works, because even if we lose our Amulet, we can... the Azusa will ramp us to a turn 4 Titan, even through Amulet. What it will not ramp us is to through a removal or a... yeah, the problem will be a removal spell or a Fulminator Mage, but we're going to have our Pact paid for way before the Fulminator Mage comes into play, so yeah. And also, well, if our opponent doesn't kill Azusa or the Amulet, we will have a lot of mana next turn. Not enough for the Cultivator Colossus. That's the same. Yeah. That's fine. We're counting on that to die. And they didn't do anything here, so that's good for us. Yes, I would like to pay for that. Okay, that's the Titan. Could have played that. I think I'm just playing extra lands and getting my mana ready for next turn. So this is why Azusa is awesome, right? Like, now just with the Azusa, we're going to have enough mana for prime time, even through, I will say it, even through our Amulet dying. Now if they Necromancia, we can play the Colossus, which is not great. If they do anything else, we're fine. Well, no, Fulminator Mage will have been devastating there. Completely devastating. That's not devastating. I would like to play the Colossus, but we don't have any lands in hand, so Colossus is not doing much for us. T-West, without Amulet, T-West is not as powerful. I think I'm just playing the Titan. That's 5 mana. That's 6 mana. I'm going to play the Titan here. We could die next turn. Like, that's something that could happen. But I think I'm just setting up Titan and then Colossus next turn. What do I want then? I want this Growth Chamber. Like, maybe I want like double Growth Chamber for Tolaria West. Also, we have Azusa. Can we get... Is there any... Oh, I messed up. I messed up. Okay, so the play... We have extra land drops, right? So we could have gotten a Stronghold and a bounce land, and I should have left white mana floating, because with a Stronghold and a bounce land and a mana floating, we could have get Stronghold to hand, play the Crumbling Vestige and kill with that. Yeah, that was it. I messed that one up. Okay, so attacking with Titan will have been very nice here. I'm going to still take the Stronghold and the Growth Chamber and get the Crumbling Vestige into my hand. So, yeah, I totally messed that one up. I just want a bunch of lands in hand to play Cultivator Colossus next turn and try to go off. The Stronghold is basically to give the Colossus haste. Okay, there's the Yawmoth. They do not have... They only have 2 cards in hand, but they can, of course, draw a bunch right now. Okay. I mean, that's nice. What do they have here? They could have like Boseiju for the Stronghold. Okay. If they try to kill our Titan, I don't really care. So my plan is to play Crumbling Vestige, play Colossus, and try to win with a gigantic Colossus. If we have like 4 lands in top of our deck, we win. We have Amulet in top of our deck, that would be nice. Okay, we're just floating a bunch of mana. We could also Tolaria, if they don't kill the Titan, we could Tolaria West for Dryad. That's why one of the reasons I took the Crumbling Vestige. Yeah, but I should have been able to attack last turn. I didn't think of that line. This deck, huh? Oh shoot! Okay, that's very annoying because we do not have more lands to get. Ah, yeah, we have an extra forest. Awesome. If they don't do anything else, we're fine. If they have something else, we're not fine. Proliferating, that's fine. I don't care. Oh, we even drew Valakut? Like natural Valakut? Yeah. Okay, so I'm going for the Dryad line here. That, I guess, Dryad loses to... Dryad loses to... I'll say it, to Force of Vigor. So let's not do that, shall we? Let's just do this. Play this thing. And we should win from here. With 2 lands in hand. We just need to find a bounce land. If we find a bounce land, there it is, we win. Another bounce land, perfect. Yeah. Okay, done. Okay, I'm going to get to my hand the Crumbling Vestige, the Tolaria. I'm going to replay the Vestige, I guess, for red mana. Target this. And can I play this thing to make it bigger? Okay, this should be lethal. Like very lethal. Okay, I think we made this game harder than it should be, but we won. Wow, winning all the die rolls today. Yeah, awesome. Okay. I think this is a keep. We need a bit of help to make this hand work, but this has to be a keep. We are a mono green deck with no green mana. Probably a keep. Thagoth Triumph, okay. There's our green mana, perfect. Right on time. Let me get another Saga going. This is only one amulet, but we can get to the second one and then go off from there. Thagoth Island. What is this? Some kind of control deck, probably. Like 5 color or something, maybe. Is this going to be end step dress down? No. Okay. What our opponent is doing, and I'm too scared to ask. Shadow of Doubt. Wow, that card basically beats us alone. It's fine because we drew an untap green mana, so awesome. We cannot search, and we lost a land drop. Yoo-hoo, that's what I wanted. Let me play my Dryad, a Mighty West, Shadow of Doubt. I mean, it's a decent card, I guess. It's very good against us. It's decent against Yawmoth, right? Stops fetch lands, of course. Stops Core Calling. Hallowed Fountain. Is this the Fairy Bounce Dryad? No. Okay. Is this another Shadow of Doubt? Because that would be most annoying. At least we can get to the One Ring this turn. Okay. I guess I should try to play my Sanctuary and try to get my Titan into play. That's 5. I guess we need an extra land drop for this to work. So I want to play the Otawara because I want to have a land in play. I don't think this is resolving. Doesn't feel like it. This is like Archmage Charm, no, just regular counter spell. What did they pay the life then? It's interesting. We have the ring, which is awesome against control decks if we resolve it. Chalice on 0. Okay, annoying. So this seems to be like your regular blue-white control, regular with Shadow of Doubt, and nothing like super weird or anything. I'm going to go with the Titan because maybe they do not have. I don't know if they have another counter spell. They most certainly do. Which is not great, I guess. Since there's a Chalice on one, I don't really care about searching for another Tolaria West. This could be another counterspell. Reprieve. Alright, alright. We are attacking for 2, you know? The only thing that really sucks in this kind of situations is like we are not going forward without our mana. We're using Selesnya Sanctuary as a ritual, right? Like a 4 mana 0 mana at 4 mana, but we are not progressing on our land drops. So it's hard to get to a point where you play more than one threat in same turn. We could have gone like pick up another land to our hand, but then we lose the power of Amulet, which also sucks. If this is like the Fairy, take out our Dryad, that would be annoying. Because as I was mentioning, we do not have, like next turn we cannot play Titan without the Dryad. They have 5 cards in hand, that's so many. Reprieve plays around Cavern of Souls, that's so interesting. Not that we have one, you know, but something to keep in mind for later. Okay, they're passing the turn here. I'm going to play that. It's not extra mana, but it's also not extra mana. I don't know, like we have the spare mana to play Titan, but Dryad is -1 mana with Amulet of Vigor. That's how we should think about it. If they counter this, we will try to play Sanctuary and get the ring into play, which I think is better right now than trying to get Prime Time into play again and get to counter it. Now bounce this, play it again. Should I do the same thing? I could take another thing into my hand. What I'm thinking is like, what if I take the Selesnya Sanctuary back and they go like Supreme Verdict? Then we cannot play Titan or the ring. So I'm going to take the Otawara and play the One Ring. Attempt to play the One Ring. They probably have a remove counter spell, that's fine. If they do, that's completely fine. But I'm scared about Supreme Verdict, because when they tap the mana last turn and everything, could have meant that. What is this? This is another reprieve, okay. So next turn, with any land, we can play Titan. Without lands, we can play the One Ring. We do play 32 lands, so it's pretty likely that we find one. There's only 24 lands left in our deck. That's sadly half of our deck, so 50-50. Now we don't have like crazy amounts of mana because we don't have the bounce land, but I think that's fine, very acceptable. As I mentioned, now if they tap out for a verdict, at least we have the One Ring. Chalice is a problem because usually you will go like Titan, get Simic, Growth Chamber, get T-West, but Titan again. But with the Chalice on 0, we cannot really do that. What are we doing, opponent? They know we have the ring, so tapping out, it's not so great for them. Okay, sorry for that, but we did get Supreme Verdict. So I'm going for a Titan now. They cannot really interact with it outside of subtlety, and that's completely fine. We were lucky enough to draw. Okay, so this, and this. Titan here. We can go Titan and Amulet and One Ring. I don't think we should disrespect the possible Solitude. So I'm going to take Urza Saga and Simic Growth Chamber. Just make sure. Usually you want to put the Urza Saga trigger to resolve first of all, especially with multiple amulets, and that's not really the case here, so it's fine, because now the Saga doesn't tap for mana. Okay, we're in a pretty decent spot. We played around Solitude effectively. They may not have it, but like if we go for the haste play and they have the Solitude, it just really sucks. So I'm happy doing what we did. And if they don't have the Solitude, we attack next turn and probably win anyway. So yeah, I will have now the Saga to make like a bunch of tokens and whatnot. What is this, opponent? Steam Vents, okay. Are we like fire icing the One Ring? What do you have? Fire Ice the Saga. Sure. That means I can attack? They have to have a Solitude. There's no way they are letting us attack here. Spelunking. Saga gets an extra counter. We're going to draw. See what happens. Ooh, that's a good one. Let me play that. That with an Amulet in play, that's a lot of triggers. Yeah. Okay, so we exhausted our opponent's resources, seems. Okay, so I'm imagining these 4 cards coming, but let me check the Cyber Guide, which didn't have It has defense read, yeah, so we got this. Okay, oh, the cyber guy doesn't have blue-white control. I don't, that's sad. That's sad. Okay, so I guess this all of these are good. Like Grazer has to be terrible in this matchup. Like it doesn't block, it doesn't do much. We're leaving at least one because in a lot of situations you want to use the Grazer to find a line, like an extra line. I also imagine Spelunking has to be decent. This point, what else don't I want? Maybe I don't want all the summoners path. We did see the Chalice on 0, so that's annoying. So something like this seems good to me. Okay, so I would say drawing defense grid versus a control deck is like a good idea. And drawing the One Ring too. Let's play Sunhome. I really want to go like Sunhome, another land, defense grid. Oh, should have played Bojuka, copying Mr. Rainforest probably. So this way we are not en route for a turn 3 Dryad unless we find another untap land or an untap effect. So that sucks. Yeah, that was a misplay on my part. Like now I want to play Otawara defense grid, but then we don't get the Dryad. But I think resolving defense grid now that they're tapped out, it makes sense. How we played Bojuka first, copy Misty Rainforest, we could go like sack Bojuka, which is not great, but we sack Bojuka, get a forest, play the Sunhome, and from there we get the defense grid and the Dryad. Now we cannot do that. We will probably play Simic Growth Chamber, get Otawara back into our hand. Okay, so defense grid is great against Rhinos, but probably not so great here, I guess. Leyline Binding makes it so like they can do exactly this. Still they have to have it, you know. Okay, this was a decent draw. Okay, also I'm realizing another problem with how we have been playing this game. I do not have green mana in play, like at all. So if this gets counter, yeah. So next turn we can Bojuka the Crumbling Vestige and play the One Ring, depending on what they do. If they just keep mana up, at some point we can go like Otawara your Leyline Binding, get back my defense grid, and now I have defense grid and I can play more freely. That sounds like a winning line actually to me. Oh. This is like Fire Eyes or something. So we got hit with main deck Chalice of the Void on 0 and main deck Shadow of Doubt, and we still won that game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, you can tap my Otawara, that's fine. I don't really care. Oh, that one I do care about. I'm not going to expose it. Makes no sense. So Amulet with it's +1 mana, right? Like you play Amulet, play a bounce land, +1 mana. Right? Or is it even on mana? I think it's +1 mana. No, it's even, right? Because you spend 1, you get another one. It's +1 mana if you're only going to have tap lands. Yeah, that's the thought I was having in my mind. If you're only having tap lands, yes, it's +1 mana. Like now we could play Amulet and play all the other stuff. I really want to do the Otawara play we talked about. That means... But I need the Selesnya Sanctuary in play. Well, I need... No, I'm just going to play the Bojuka, copy Thagoth to have extra green mana and pass the turn. And we can do the Otawara play end step. The problem is... no. That's not a great play now that I think about it, because they can just replay this. on their own turn, right? So like defense grid is not at the ferry, doesn't stop them from playing stuff, just makes it harder to play stuff in our turn. So yeah, let's play this, see if it resolves, get some forward momentum. What could work is you end step Otawara and they have f6, but that doesn't really matter, right? Like, yeah, that's fun and all, but that's like taking advantage of Magic Online stuff rather than actually playing the game as it should be played. And we really want this to be a learning experience, so we are not concerned with doing tricks or what have you, because like if I cannot win that game in paper, I don't really care about winning that game. I care about learning the deck and getting better with it, so that's very important to me. We're just going to keep going here. If we get enough mana, we could go Otawara in our turn into Titan without opposition. Probably easier to go Otawara One Ring. That's easier, that's only 8 mana. Okay, we got our Dryad, we got our extra land drop. Yes, like our opponent is not really doing much. We're just riding here. They are Cosmic Rebirthing land. Like this card, to start a permanent card in your graveyard, if it has mana value 3 or less, you may put it onto the battlefield. So one thing that's funny about it is like you can get instant speed Teferi into play and host a Cascade or something. That sounds fun. What is this? Prismatic Ending? Prismatic Ending for a band. Okay. Now here could try to resolve a prime time, but they have 4 mana up. I'm going to do the ring, the Otawara plus ring play. Getting a ring into play sounds awesome. They can replay the Leyline Mining on the ring. That's fine. That's acceptable to me. We'll get our card out of it and we keep the defense grid if they do that. I think this is fine. Okay, let's see what happens now. Okay, they have 3 cards in hand. So this is one of the things when you're playing a control deck, you have inevitability in a sense, but in another different sense. I'm going to go to my turn. If they want to stop the ring, they're going to have to do it paying extra mana. So activate. What are we doing here? Are we going for the Leyline Binding paying 4 mana? This still leaves them with enough mana to pay for a counter spell. But then they only have another card in hand and we have a second Titan, so we're fine, I think. Okay, we draw nothing. Let me play Amulet here. And just play Titan. They most surely have a counterspell, but they are not getting as I was trying to say, they're not getting forward. Like, yeah, this is a 1-for-1. Okay, how are you beating me with only 1-for-1s? Whereas you're like Teferi to draw extra cards or Sphinx's Revelation or what have you, you know? Like, we're doing fine. We're not winning, but we're certainly not losing on this turn 9. They can like attack with Howl of the Storm Giants. That's not a winning proposition, I don't think. Okay, they have no cards in hand. We are going to resolve at a prime time. Yeah, that sounds fine to me. Once you get Titan on the battlefield, well, you can find a way to win. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. 6 mana. This is a hasty Titan. Which I think is what we want to get. Right, like, whoa, Slayers Stronghold and Simic Road Chamber. Get a Stronghold to our hand. Yeah, and we win. Like, we are going to haste the Titan and then search either for a Tolaria West. We're probably searching for Tolaria West plus Urza Saga, and then we keep going. Yeah, okay, 3-0. Okay, another game. Let's go for the 4-0. Feeling good with Amulet, like it's a solid deck. Are we winning on the die? Are we 4-0 on die rolls? That seems like important, right? Like playing Urza Saga first ahead of your opponent seems like a good thing to do. This hand is awesome. This is so much mana. With the Gardens, we haven't had any double Amulet game with the Gardens technology. Ooh, these Merfolks, we are... Yeah, Merfolks... I'm scared of the Merfolks because it kills your Urza Saga and it sucks. Like now they go type in there, kill your Saga? Ooh. Should I have played Simic Road Chamber to fix that? So this... We're testing for the regional championship. At the regional championship you have open decklist. Oh my god, this is totally Merfolk killing our Saga. Yeah. And as an open decklist opponent, I would have gone like Simic Road Chamber, right? If I had known they had Sprint Seas and what have you. So that's always a bit weird to play Magic Online leagues when you're trying to get ready for a tournament with open decklist. Now we have been delayed like heavily. And also we have no removal in our deck, which sucks. We'll expedition map for something at some point, I guess. I don't know what. We have everything we want. We just need time. Our opponent is not really pressuring us, so that's fine. Do I want to search for anything here? Yeah, I guess so. I don't know what, but I don't see the point of giving a spatial map. Tisana's Tiebinder? Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, yeah, you got just 2 for 1. But now I can resolve my One Ring, so... Well, I can resolve. They may have Force of Negation or Spell Pierce. But if they Force of Negation this, well, it's way better than getting Tisana's Tiebinder. Yep. So we're a bit far away from a Titan, but we're not doing bad at all. Okay, what now? What do you have now? They have 6 cards in hand. They have to have something. That Tiebinder seemed really to me. Okay, we're not attacking, of course. Arboreal Grazer, that's a good card. Let me play it just to like get extra mana into play. I don't really care about anything else. Get the Growth Chamber there. Forest back to my hand. Replay the forest as our land for the turn. I could try to play the One Ring here, get protection again. That seems fine to me. Because like if this gets counter or whatever, I have another One Ring in play. But if we get the protection, we're doing fine. Okay. They can play an Tisana's Tiebinder here. Okay, they didn't. Yeah. So this is similar in cards, but we get an extra turn of protection. So that's pretty good. Summoner's Path seems like a total liability versus Merfolk. Like they are probably playing Subtlety main deck. Yeah, you can Lord of Atlantis all you want. They are going to play Rizan Dockhand, activated on one of our bounce lands, which is extremely annoying. but we're fine with that. I wouldn't mind drawing an extra, like a ramp effect, like a Dryad or Azusa or what have you. In Grazer isn't so bad, I guess. I just want to get like a bunch of mana into play and prepare for like a super big turn. This... should I play Sanctuary? Yeah, we have another one in hand. But also, no, don't play Sanctuary. Don't play Sanctuary. Let's play the Boseiju. The reason to do that is I don't want to discard. If I play the Sanctuary, I will have to discard end of turn. And we still have another Boseiju. We want to kill like a Mutavolt or something. Merfolk Twister. Okay. They are slowly building a board. Like Tisana's Tidebinder and Merfolk Twister having flash. It's like so annoying. We need a turn of like a double threat. Okay. That's a lot of damage coming our way. We can champ a Tisana's Tidebinder and we can kill a Mutavolt with the Boseiju. We have 6 mana next turn because Urza and Doghan is going to for sure tap us out. Okay, that's a big attack. Having the Boseiju in hand is going to be helpful. We're attacking with everything. Let me block the biggest thing, that's this. And Boseiju the land. They have nothing in hand. So this is not lethal, right? This is 13 damage, we go down to 5 and we try to win next turn. We need an Amulet here to really win. But maybe a Titan is enough. Without the Amulet, I'm not sure we win. Yes, with the Amulet we win easily. I will just play Amulet here, Summoner's Pact for Colossus and win. Okay, yes, like we Summon's Path for Colossus, play everything, get a million mana, play another Summon's Path, play a Titan and just attack for lethal. Oof. That was quite the game. So I guess Engineer Explosives have to be awesome. So is Defense Grid and Cavern probably. Like they are most certainly having like Boseiju and what have you, but I think Cavern has to be nice. And Saga has to be real bad. Like real bad. At that point, probably taking out the Expedition map. And probably Cultivator Colossus seems weak versus a deck that maybe brings in Dress Down. They're not really interacting with our amulets. That's nice. Usually they have Chalice of the Void. So I will take out a Summoner's Path. Oh, sorry, we play 61, that's fine, yeah. I was seeing 61, like thinking, oh, I have to take out one extra land, but no, we don't. Yeah, sideboarding is still the hardest for me. And yeah, that's why I wanted to use the House of Mana sideboard guide, but it doesn't have Merfolk, surprisingly, like I don't know why. So totally have this very normal Merfolk deck. Okay, I think like a quick One Ring is one of the reasons the deck is so great right now. We haven't really been playing with the One Ring, but yeah. So like here we just go land, Grazer. I think I don't want to play Sanctuary because if they have a way to, like, the bounce lands can be a liability in this matchup for sure. So maybe I just play the Crumbling Vestige. No, the problem with that is we don't have the untap 4th mana for the One Ring, so this has to be the way. Okay, now if they go like land Tidesaber or land Sprinces, that sucks. This is still better than getting okay. Ooh, that's a good one. So yeah, getting your dual land as Princess is still better than getting it your Saga's Tie Shaper. Because like you can bounce it back to hand or reset it, kind of things. Okay, we're just playing a bunch of merfolks here. I'm going to champ block. No, because they play as Dismember. Wow. That one I didn't count. I wasn't counting on. But we have the defense grid in play, so that's pretty awesome for us. Okay, Amulet? Yeah, I can do that. I don't want to play more or less the same idea, like I don't want to overexpose myself to land destruction effects. So let's just do this and get our ruin going. Okay, we're in a decent spot, not like amazing, just decent. Missing mana for the Tolaria West. But they can subtlety for 0 mana and play 3. That's something they could do, which is very annoying versus a Pact. I don't really want to play the Pact, do I? Problem with Pact is we may die. That's a big problem. Yeah, maybe I'm going for it. Doesn't matter. Get a copy there. I'm going to Pact, see what happens. And then I will go for the lands and so on. At least we have mana to pay for the Pact. If this doesn't resolve, like this is Force of Negation, exiling another Force of Negation from their hand. Okay, what do I want to do then? I need extra mana for T-West later. Oh, I don't have. Oh, I messed up there. I don't have the extra land drops. Well, but I could have gotten Azusa, play a bunch of Simic Growth Chambers, and that's it. So that was probably a decent thing to do. Okay, this is 10 damage. 13 damage, are we dead? No, we're not dead. Oh, wow. That almost kills us. But target non-creature, so if we just draw a Titan or a Colossus, naturally, we're fine. We just need to draw a payoff. That doesn't involve... Okay, there it is. Can we win this turn? I think so, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. We can play Simic, go up to a bunch of mana, then play Titan, give it haste, can give it double haste, but we have the Sunhome in hand, so that's problematic. Okay, let me figure this out. We need a lot of mana this turn. It's a real problem. This Bodalian has catch. If this was another Lord of Atlantis, we'll have the win, I'm pretty sure. But it's not, so that's a problem. So this is 4, 3, 7, 8 mana. I can play Titan here and make a bunch of mana. That would work, I guess. If we T-West, that's 3 mana. T-West for Dryad is 6 mana plus 3 extra here. Okay, let's get Dryad Titan into play and we will see from there. I could get another Titan, the T-West, right? Like if I go, yeah, so here I go double Simic Growth Chamber. That's 8 mana, 10 mana, 7 mana, play Pact, and depending on what they do with the Pact, like, they can counter it. That's the problem. I'm not sure how we were winning this game. Let me think. So we get 8 mana. 10 mana in total. Tolaria West down to 7 mana. The problem here is they don't know we have the Sunhome in hand. Without the Sunhome in hand, we can win because it will be like Fortress, attack for 20 and they have a 3/3 only. I'm not sure we had the win here. Never concede. Can somebody tell me the win? There's a winning line there, most probably, but the problem is we have to go through a path. And we can path for Dryad. So 10 mana, 7 mana. We cannot get another Titan. What if we get another land? We get the Haste land and a dual land. That's 6 mana. Plus 2, 8. Minus 3, 5. We path, they sacrifice everything. It's not enough either. We really needed something. Like, I am not seeing the winning line here. Somebody help me in the comments. Okay, last round. Let's get the 5-0 without being on the play? That seems unfair. But we have basically what is a double amulet hand, which is pretty broken. Wow, that's pretty broken. Okay, so this is like a wonderful start. Being game 1, like, the power this deck has, game 1, knowing that you cannot get Force of Vigor, or most of the times you cannot even get Blood Moon, game 1, it's unbelievable. We're going to go, like, this is the best hand we have had yet. Like, Saga Amulet is the best start for the deck right now. Well, double Amulet is better, I guess. This could be Rhinos. Rhinos is annoying mainly because, well, they can play Blood Moon main deck, they can play Subtlety main deck, they have a decent clock, but also they are very good Force of Vigor deck afterboard. If this is Fire Eyes, that's annoying, completely annoying, but we're still fine. We'll get our double Amulet into play, which with the Dryad it means extra mana, and so on and so forth. So here we play the Forest, say go. Next turn we are going to get, like, if they just tap out here for us Arles, we are fine. The Summoner's Path can be Force of Negation. I could just go for a One Ring. That could be it. Play around Force of Negation main deck. Let's see what they... This seems like a Sarles Agent. So... or a Blood Moon. If this is a Blood Moon, we are dead. Flame of Honor? We can beat Flame of Honor. Yeah. We can most certainly beat Flame of Honor. Let me add mana here. So the thing... One weird situation when you are playing those decks is like, yeah, you got your whatever, right? Like, so sorry, here 1 mana, 2 mana, 3, 4 mana, play Dryad, play Ring, right? That math checks out. 4 mana. No, we have 6 mana. It doesn't really work out to play the Ring here, right? Because we go down to 1, we go up to 3. Yeah, so I'm just going to get the Forest into my hand, play the Dryad, and play the Urza Saga as an extra land drop. If this is a Subtlety, it will really suck. Sure. Subtlety. In that case, I'm probably putting Dryad on the bottom. I care about Dryad in next turn. I don't really. Okay, so as I was saying, like, they interacted with us but playing 3 mana, right? So when they are not interacting with 3 cards, where are the Rhinos here to kill us? So yeah, we are fine in that regard. They style a Mystical Dispute, and they Okay, they have Crushing Footfalls in suspend. Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice because that's extra mana. That's exactly what we needed. So here we just play the forest, get it untapped. So like, I just want to go forward with my mana without losing land drops. So I want to do this, get forest back to my hand, and play the One Ring. So the problem with this is we are not going to be able to play a Titan next turn. But we weren't going to anyway with this setup, so yeah. Okay, no Tisana's Tiebinder. Tisana's Tiebinder seems like very, very annoying. Like, they can just counter the Amulet or counter whatever they want, basically. Okay, let's draw here. Okay, with that Selesnya Sanctuary, we get Titan next turn. That's fine. Okay, there's Tisana's Force. Alright. We would really like to draw something good, I don't know what. Okay, they have one card in hand, which... Wow, they drew... they drew 3 fruitfuls. So, sorry opponent. That really sucks. Okay. So here we are activating, see what we find. Can we get perfect? So that's quite perfect for us. Let me do this. If I play Forest, that's 5 mana. Go down to 4 mana to play Grazer. No, it has to be Selesnya Sanctuary. Yeah, we're going for a Colossus. With all these lands in hand, Colossus should be a guaranteed kill, I believe. This is 6. Let's get this into hand. Play Grazer, go down to 5, play another Sanctuary. Like, when you're playing Colossus, you actually want all the lands in your hand, right? Like, I was like, hey, I don't want to miss land drops, and suddenly it's like, no, say goodbye to all the land drops. That's fine. Yeah, our opponent had a terrible draw, which, I mean, sucks, but yeah, this is the situations where Colossus is just like insane. Just play Colossus with a million lands in your hand, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. We draw. I'm going to try to draw. See what we were getting. No, we're not. Okay, let me check the cyborg guide for this. But I imagine Defense Grid is coming in. Okay, so what do we want against Rhinos? We want to take out the Grazers, the Azusa, the Colossus. Grazer, Azusa, Colossus, 1 Summon Spat, which makes sense versus Subtlety, and a couple of Saga, which makes sense against Blood Moon or Magus. And we really want to bring in Generous Ent, which is wonderful card. Probably Force of Vigor. No Force of Vigor here, okay. Dragonlord Dromoka, Defense Grid. Dragonlord Dromoka seems awesome versus Rhinos. Explosives. And here it says to also bring Radiant Fountain, because they only had 2 defense grid, but we have the 3rd one now. So Dromoka seems like if you resolve it versus Rhinos, you just basically win, because like it's a 5/7 lifelink that your opponent cannot interact with you. So how you usually lose versus Rhinos is they go like turn 3 Cascade, turn 3 in your turn play a free spell, and then just keep interacting with free stuff while they have 8 power in the board and attack you, right? We're going to keep this hand because Explosives is just broken. We can go Explosives for 0, and then Mycosynth Garden copy Explosives for 0. That's so fun. Oh, Boseiju? Wonderful draw. Let me get the Grazer going. I guess I'm going to do it with the Gruul Turf. Oh, are we going to subtlety this? That would be awesome. So this is going to play around Blood Moon because, well, we are going faster than the Blood Moon. Grazer is just... it can be so awesome. Like, when you're playing bounce lands, so you always have extra land, it's just great. Oh, no Fire Ice? Perfect. Okay, let me play Mycosynth Gardens. Play Dryad. I'm just going to play Valakut here. The only problem with this line is we are not going to have a green mana for Boseiju. Okay. Subtlety that's fine with me. Bottom the Dryad, we have another one in hand. We just really want a forest. So let's find a forest. Did I not play a land drop there? Yes, I did, right? Yeah, we are one land ahead. Yeah, sorry. Well, for a second I was like, oh my god, messed up. What is this? Sarless. Okay, we're fine with Sarless Agent in this situation. They subtlety is silent Force of Negation, so Saga is fine. Let me play Dryad, play Valakut, and play Saga. I want my land drops. This is very bad against Force of Vigor, but sometimes there's not much you can do about that. So I want my land drops because one of those is Valakut, right? So I really want to get up to 6 lands and start just like killing everything. Like you can kill with Dryad going face. We saw that, right? Like just get a bunch of triggers. You don't need to attack with Titan. A lot of times it's like the deck is not really a Titan deck, it's a Dryad plus Valakut deck. Let's see. So now our opponent has the Rhinos in play and 4 cards in hand, so we could be in trouble. Like now they have Tisana Tybander, super annoying, Blue Moon, super annoying, Force of Negation, Force of Vigor. Yeah, you see, that's like, that Blue Moon is extremely annoying for us. At least we have the explosives, but we lost our Saga, so yeah, as I mentioned, very annoying. So now also timestamps. This is probably a good time to talk about timestamps. We cannot kill that. So Dryad has an ability to change land types the same way Blood Moon does, and they act in the same layer. So since they act in the same, no, I'm going to crack this now because Tisana's Typebinder exists. So since they act in the same layer, what matters is what's the last effect that got into play. So the last effect was the Blood Moon, so that overrides the ability on Dryad of the Ilysian Grove, basically. That's how it works. So now we don't have green mana or any color of mana unless we find a forest here. And just playing my lands, it's nice to play the lands without losing one in the process. This is Violent Outburst, we are dead, but we're dead to a Violent Outburst regardless. Oh yes. Give me a forest here, yeah. Ooh, we're killing the Blue Moon. We have like no hurry on killing that Blue Moon. It may, for all we know, it may be hurting them as much as it's hurting us. So there's no need to do anything here. Yeah, like I'm just going to play my silly little lands until I get something good. So like the moment we kill that Blue Moon, Vesuva doesn't add mana, right? Because since the change in like 2016 or 2015, you need, so the land is a mountain everywhere, so it doesn't have text. So the text that says enters the battlefield as a copy, well, it doesn't really work. So it's just a mountain in your hand and everywhere. So it used to be that it entered the battlefield with the text. Same with Shocklands. If there was a Blue Moon, you play a Shockland, you want it untapped, you have to play the life, which was annoying. Okay, can we draw something good here? Yeah, that's not it. Yeah, this is why this matchup can be terrible, right? Like they have all the right tools to beat us, but have we drawn something good? Well, maybe. Also, One Ring is very good against Blood Moon. Okay, a second Generous Ent would be awesome. Like this game, we did they killed our Dryad, but that also gave us the green mana, so that's weird. But Dryad Valakut, when you have a bounce land and Dryad Valakut is like 6 damage. You just go off so fast. Okay, I don't want to go like Urza Saga Expedition map because of Force of Vigor, so I'm going to go Forest Expedition map and hope to draw an untap land to play the defense read. Okay, the gardens work. Let me play defense read here. If they Force of Negation this, sure. That's whatever, that's fine. If it was only about Blood Moon, yeah, play Urza Saga first and whatever, but Force of Vigor makes it it's a total beating. They can Force of Negation this thing, and if they can't, we are in a very good spot. We are only missing like a Titan. But we have Expedition map, so Expedition map gets Tolaria West, that gets Pact, that gets Titan, right? Like, it's slow and convoluted and requires a lot of mana, but if you have enough time, you will get there. Okay, what is this? Lorien Reveal. Okay. Anything else? Next turn I'm probably going to play Dryad, bounce land, get Saga back to my hand. Because we already have the forest. So if we ever need to get to Boseiju, mana or whatever, we have the forest going. So we have the Expedition map for Boseiju, which is great. Well, now I don't need to do anything with the Saga, I guess. Just want to ramp a bit with my Dryad. Get closer to the required mana for Expedition map. So they don't really have a good Blood Moon hand. Like, these lands are not great for a Blood Moon. Of course, like, Blood Moon is so good against us that it doesn't really matter whether you have the basics or not. We saw that last game. They just need a forest. They get a forest and they will play Violent Outburst, and that's enough to win. Okay, Boseiju. Also, Expedition map can get Tolaria West, that can get Engineer Explosives, which is pretty good against them. If this is Sarless Agent, that's annoying. So I really wanted this Saga to get going, but I don't think we found a good spot. We could have played last turn, leave it there, since they didn't seem to have a Blood Moon draw. But I don't know. They may be scared of us going like land, Titan. They may also be like not have the Sarless Agent. Like what I'm thinking here is they have the Sarless Agent, but they don't know if they want to tap out for it. Seems they do. Okay. Now we just need something good. That's not it. I think it's time to play the Saga. And the Gardens. And the extra Dryad. And to get the forest back into my hand. That Saga, so like the tokens are not really great against them. They are like too small. The Saga tokens, I mean. If they play land Blood Moon, that's totally going to suck. I'm probably double blocking a Rhino token. Maybe. Maybe. Like, we don't really need another Dryad. We do need one Dryad, so maybe it's too risky. But they don't have anything. Yeah. No, they could have Boseiju. I don't want to get Boseiju. Let's take 8. I don't love this, but let's take 8. Okay, what is this? I think I'm going to Tolaria West for Engineer Explosives. Gain a lot of time. if they tap out, maybe the mana works out such that we can get Pact for Titan, and they need to tap out, because right now they can subtlety or whatever. Come on, I won the 5-0. We went 4-1 last video with Amulet. I went to 5-0, right? Like one better. This is the kind of games like where I feel lost, right? How should I be playing this game? What are the lines I should be looking for? When you don't know a combo deck like this one, this is a combo deck, a ramp combo deck, whatever. But when you don't know the lines, like this is the moment. Like playing Amulet, playing a Titan, activating, that's easy. That's so easy. Like anybody can do that. But in these kind of situations, you are like, yeah, what should I be doing? What should I be doing? Like, should I play? I don't know. I don't know what I should be doing in this situation. What's my end game? What am I looking for? I'm pretty sure using Tolaria West here is the right play. It may be Tolaria West for Titan, which would be lethal. I need to count also. So we have a lot of mana. Okay. That's an easy one. Okay, what can I do here? I can play Prime Time. What if I have 3 land drops? So if I get Prime Time, get Bojuka, and get Valakut. Bojuka copies a bounce land. Get it back to my hand. That's a lot of mana. That's 4 triggers, right? Right. No, that's 1 Valakut entering. So that's 2 triggers. That's 6 damage. We need 7 triggers in total. That's 2 triggers. So then we play first land drop, play Bojuka, copy Valakut, another 2 triggers. Play the 2 extra lands. That counts to me as enough triggers. I don't know how to count, but they are tapped out, and I think this should be more than enough. Yes. So it should be Valakut and Bojuka. So Bojuka cannot copy the Valakut, has to copy this. We order the triggers right, which means Selesnya Sanctuary is the last one, because we will not have enough lands if that's not the case. This is safe targets, always yes. Let me do this. Float 1 random mana. So we get this is a Bojuka, right? Newly controlled, yes. So now we replay it as this. Always yes. And we just play 2 extra lands. And that's it. Okay, we found the winning line with that Titan. That was easy. Easy peasy, 5-0. Amulet is a good deck, and we beat a bunch of foes, like Yawmoth is very good, Rhinos is very good. Awesome, very happy. Like, I'm pretty sure I could have played this a lot better, and I need you to help me. Tell me in the comments, like, go ham, like, write 1,000 words, I don't care. I will read everything. I read everything you write, so please just tell me in the comments, hey, this is not like, because I imagine I didn't mess up, like, yeah, this was the play. It's more like how I plan my games. What was my plan during the games? I was totally lost, especially this last one. So please illuminate me, help me. And yeah, that's it for me today. So if you like this, please leave a like, subscribe to catch another video tomorrow. Look at that playlist. There's a playlist here probably with a lot more modern videos. And so yeah, you have a lot of content there. Thanks for watching. Bye.